All right, welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball Channel, the only star basketball channel that is absolutely drooling over all the stuff that is up for auction. Oh my gosh, this is just so much good stuff. Kind of everywhere too. So Kevin already covered this in his auction action, but I wanted to go over a few things and just talk to kind of what I'm interested in and things that I'm looking at and what some things that I noted of interest. But this is definitely one of the biggest. I want to say, finally got some quality coming in. Some of these prices have been going down on like that 8.5, and I forgot what it sell below 30, and I can't remember. I think it was 29, but things like that. But that 8.5 had surface damage that wouldn't cross over well. And people who don't follow the card or don't know the card, they just look at a plot on the graph. They go, it just sold for this, and they don't know anything or say anything else to it. And you would be schnookered because it is definitely not a quality copy. And 8.5s that are quality copies, a lot of them have been crossed, but some haven't. Some are good to stay in their casing because they would simply cross over to a 7 where they're a high quality subgrades, 8.5, getting into like the 9.5 subgrades around. And, but it's just centering that would keep it at like a PSA 7 so people don't cross it. So there is just such a vast difference in price between, a BGS 8.5 that can go for, 80,000 and one that right now, right, would sell for 30,000. So it's so hard with BGS. But I do want to talk about, we got tons of stuff going at Heritage, Golden. There's a few at eBay, looking at alt. eBay has kind of hovered around the same 35 to 40 kind of range, with how much is available, not counting bags. But real quick, let's jump over to the BGS, and I'll let Kevin talk to his. But a pretty solid BGS 9 that closed last night at 146. And this I don't know how to compare this on a crossover to, would it be a PSA 8? Does that mean PSA 8s have fallen? And quality copies are so different for this because they're in such rare, some things that I see on this card that I've seen on some others and stuff is, I kind of wonder if this one's thin on this side. So as far as subgrades, obviously this, if this is not, I'm not taking the ruler out to it, but if someone wants to and comment, but this obviously, if this is like legit size, which BGS would do, I would hope they would do. But I have seen one that I've was almost guaranteed to be trimmed, but it was kind of like this where it was close. But BGS doing its due diligence, this is an exceptional copy. So if that is not, if my eyes are just deceiving me, and this is very well centered and very, very, very nice, because it's more in its natural habitat here, that this off centering. Remember, these were mostly cut with a higher top. Regardless of whether PSA likes it, that's where the cut lines are. And Steve Taft will back that up, kind of, as far as like, what was the natural state supposed to be. If you look at most star cards, there should be a bigger top like this. And if all the measurements are correct, this is a very, very nice copy. Would it be a PSA 8? It could be. I don't know why they don't grade it or cross it over. So that's the mystery that goes in there. But so that happened last night, and we also had this auth going for autograph. Sorry, not auth. Autograph going for almost 200. But I don't track the autographs too much, and I really just kind of focus on the cards. So autograph collectors, kind of a they really, really go for things like these high end ones that are just awesome. Get an auto on a 101. Again, the 101 to me is just the best card, best story. The rookie card, the true rookie card of Jordan, and the first was such a story to it. It really is just such an insanely amazing card that now has gotten back into my range. One of the reasons I'm looking at picking up another copy that's going to meet my OCD levels. So I tried recently getting an OCD or a copy that I thought was nice, and it wasn't altered, but I kind of had it and it wasn't really what I was after. Now that prices fell, I actually sold that one and took a little bit of a hit on it. But it sets me up to go after one of the ones that, I'm kind of looking at a PSA 6 or a 7. So I've got my eyes on things and seeing where the market, are we going to get going into the seasonal weakness is, not the best time to be going for something, maybe, but the coinciding with the timing of this falling makes everything obviously a lot more attractive. You obviously have a lot more buyers when for a PSA 7 at around 40,000 than you do at 70,000, and every other grade. That goes without saying. But this heritage auction is absolutely jam packed full of stuff. So look at this. We got a 9.5 CK26 that's at 13,200. And the one bad thing about this, we got a ways to go for these. We got 18 days left, so we got a long time coming. But the CK26 is pretty impressive. Don't see this come up hardly ever for a 9.5. The ones that I think a lot of people will be tracking as well as me is like I have are this. There's a PSA 7 for 40,800, and I believe if I we are on we got one someplace else. So 40,800 at PWCC. We also have another one here. So for 40,800. And then this one at Heritage is also tracking the exact same. So they're both at the same price. Obviously, this one has 18 days left, and this one has 7 days, 11 hours. So got a week. So next Sunday night, it'll be ending. So it'll be that will probably help dictate the price on this one. And both are actually pretty nice copies. I took a look. These aren't your lower end 7s. These look pretty dang good to me. So I actually look at the PWCC one really quick. Just the little corner touches. Obviously the same standard centering, but the just a pretty solid copy from what I could tell. And let's take a look at this one really quick. This one, a little bit less. The corner touch here is a little bit heavier, and top to bottom centering is a little more to PSA's liking. And but the left to right isn't as good. So actually, I would give the nod to the PWCC. This is an exceptional copy. That is a nice one. So I'm going to be kind of looking at that, and that will obviously probably affect this guy right here. So keeping an eye, and then everyone's got the eye on this 7.5 right here. The 7.5 is it's nice, that's for sure. And it definitely, these copies don't come up too often, and it's something to definitely for the high end people to consider. But some people buy the card, not the grade. Some people buy the grade, not the card, and it'll come down to who's going after this guy. But so that just the other standard stuff, we got PSA 6, 195, things like that come up. But we got a BGS 9 for the Barkley, but pretty damn solid subgrades. Like, look at that. Like that should go for a decent amount. Definitely, I'm thinking somewhere between two to 4, and that's just an exceptional copy with great subs. And the last couple of going down to the 288, these PSA 6s, they've been falling, and I know of a private sale that just happened for 5,900, and we'll see where this one ends up. And we have a BGS 7.5 that's at 3,360. I know a BGS 6 just went for 3,400, and I believe there were some pretty big surface issues. So let's talk about the things that I was getting more into, but now have paused because I'm going to try and pursue another copy of a 101. But if not, I've been selling a few things to try and get that money to go for it. But we got a bag. These Court Kings bags. Like that is just really, really cool. So we have the Series 1, 2, and obviously the Jordan bag is going to lead that, but we'll see where that ends up. This one's the thing I'm watching the most and most interested in personally is this bag set of 84. So the Bulls bag is opened, but that's one that I'm definitely watching. I'm curious, A, on the price, and B, I probably will get involved in this one. The I'm watching for the art, the all rookie team. The PSA copies that, gosh, they're just so nice. Look how, like, I don't understand why that isn't a 9. Like, it's just so solid. I get you have a touch of white, but it just looks so good. And then, obviously a 9 for here. We're going to track this one for the 117. To me, one of the most underloved cards. It's just, but they generally do come in high grades because Star got their act together for quality stuff a bit better. And here's an 86 set that's bagged, but it's missing the Jordan. The Bulls bag is open. There's a loose. There's like a couple things. There's another bag that's open. One that has like a loose, like the Phoenix bag is open. So this shouldn't track to a pure set, but for someone trying to make it easy, these bag sets, it's nice to get it in one spot like this. So this is stuff that's happening over with Heritage. Over on Golden, one thing that I know, like right here, I did see this. Look at this, an 8.5 PSA 8 bird for 210 right now. So that's definitely interesting. So that's one card that I think a lot of people will be interested in. Here's a bag. There's a ton of bags up for sale right now, which I am definitely interested in all over the place. But again, I just like the rest of you, we're all limited in some way. So I'm trying to make some moves and get situated for some things that I'd really love to pick up. And this is definitely one of those pickups that I would like to track and watch and see if maybe I get involved. But we got the another art BGS 8.5, and then we have another PSA 6 that's up. We have, Kevin, I'll let kind of Kevin, look at some of these and talk to him. But what's interesting about Golden to me is there's 2 bags. I've been having a struggle looking for bags. The prices they haven't, people are asking high prices for them, and they always will be, but it hasn't really come down as the other 101s have come down, in my opinion, yet. So it's going to be good to see what these bags go for. And what I don't like about these, though, is I cannot see, because of the images and because of this white background. I can put it on a black, so I'll probably do that, where I pull this down and give it the old look at it. You can also change the background color here, but I'll check that out later and see if I'm interested in this. But the 2 bags I definitely have my eye on. And this BGS 8.5, as you can see over here, it is with a buyer premium. It's at 34 right now. So there's also a PSA 5 up at Golden, and then there's that bag, but there's also another bag right here. So things to check out. As far as auctions on eBay, you have this BGS 7 that's up there, and it's at 9,000 right now. So I don't think that there's any other auctions, though. Yeah, there's no other auctions that I'm aware of on eBay. So PWCC has, like I said, that PSA 7, and has just a couple of buy it nows. But Golden, PWCC has a PSA 7, and Heritage right now are just kind of oozing with stuff, and definitely auctions to watch. And it's so interesting. So it's definitely going to be cool to see what's happening. And I for the first time am kind of going, okay, let's do this. So let's see what we can look at, see where these things track. Kevin's gonna kind of give an update, and we'll see what if anything more pops up, including all this great stuff. But all right, I will see you at the next video.